Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease or NAFLD and irritable bowel syndrome or IBS are two very common diseases in the general population. NAFLD is a type of liver disease that is not caused by alcohol. It typically does not produce any symptom in the early stages, but it can cause health problems, and as per the latest scientific research, people with NAFLD are often complaints with either loose motion, diarrhea or constipation, which somehow suggests one of the most common gastrointestinal disorder called IBS or irritable bowel syndrome. Today, in this video, we will know that people who suffers from diarrhea alternates with constipation or loose motion or constipation for a prolonged period of time. Are they suffering from underlying non-symptomatic fatty liver? How and why bowel movements changes in fatty liver disease? What is IBS or irritable bowel syndrome? What are the symptoms, types and treatment of fatty liver induced bowel disorders like loose motion and constipation? So keep watching this video, don't skip. And one more thing, press the subscribe button, it's free and you will get latest scientific medical information, treatment options and various health and fitness related videos. Why to worry? Different global research shows that non-alcoholic fatty liver disease or NAFLD associated with changes in bile acid metabolism. Bile acids are synthesized from cholesterol in liver. Bile acid production is regulated by a enteroendocrine hormone secreted by the cells in the lining of the ileum known as fibroblast growth factor 19 or FGF19. FGF19 has major effects regulating hepatic bile acid synthesis and also acts on carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. Impaired regulation of bile acid synthesis by the FGF19 causes common disorders known as primary chronic bile acid diarrhea or idiopathic bile acid malabsorption. This decreased FGF19 generally caused due to steatosis development in liver, mostly in fatty liver disease. And patient with NASH, that is non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, was also have elevated FGF19 which acts as a biomarker. So we can understand that due to liver steatosis, reduction in ileum hormone FGF19 happens, which ultimately causes chronic bile acid diarrhea and IBS-like symptoms among patients with fatty liver without any other symptoms. Relation of silent fatty liver and constipation. Patients having fatty liver disease are found with a history of chronic constipation in addition with elevated ALT and hepatic steatosis. Although fatty liver disease is not directly related with constipation, but different global studies have shown a positive relation among two, especially due to increased ALT level. When your liver is damaged and inflamed, it releases ALT in your bloodstream, which may cause constipation, and if you are suffering from a chronic constipation, you may be suffering from a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So you need to check it out. Relation of silent fatty liver and loose stool. Recent research studies have shown that IBS is an important condition in some patients with elevated ALT levels due to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Irritable bowel syndrome with diarrhea and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease are both common conditions that may be influenced by shared pathways of altered bile acid signaling and homeostatic regulation, and various research have proven that people who have problems in digestions and frequent loose stool are often diagnosed as non-alcoholic fatty liver after their lab investigation. So if you want to know more about the fatty liver disease, its types, stages and latest treatment option to get cure, you can watch the another video of this channel which I have given in the I button and also in description. So now we will know what is IBS or irritable bowel syndrome. IBS is characterized by abdominal pain or discomfort, changes in bowel habits, frequent bowel movements, that is diarrhea or constipation, or diarrhea alternate with constipation. Signs and symptoms of IBS or irritable bowel syndrome. The signs and symptoms of IBS vary but usually present for a long period of time. The most common includes abdominal pain, cramping or bloating that is related to passing a bowel movement, changes in appearance of bowel movement, change in how often you are having a bowel movement, that is you might go frequent stool, or you might suffering for a chronic constipation for a long period of time. Other symptoms related include bloating, increased gash or mucus in stool. Types of IBS. For the purpose of treatment, IBS can be divided into 3 types based on your symptoms. Number 1, constipation predominant. Number 2, diarrhea predominant. And number 3, mixed. IBS triggers and how to avoid them. When you know the thing that you can make your IBS symptoms flare up called triggers, you can make a plan to avoid them. IBS constipation or IBS-C. Some food can make your IBS-C or IBS related constipation worse, which includes breads and cereals made from refined grains, processed foods such as chips and cookies, coffee, carbonated drinks and alcohol, high protein diets. So avoid those foods in any form. Plus, gradually boost your fiber intake by 2 to 3 grams per day until you are eating 25 to 38 grams of fibers per day. Good sources of fibers include whole grain bread and cereals, beans, fruits and vegetables. Along with this, drink plenty of plain water every day to avoid constipation. Next, we will discuss on IBS diarrhea, that is IBS-D. New guidelines from the American College of Gastroenterology, that is ACG, suggest low fatty food diet, which cuts out foods that are difficult for your body to absorb. Foods that can make IBS related diarrhea worse include too much fiber, especially insoluble kind foods, and drink with chocolate, alcohol, caffeine, fructose, carbonated drinks, large meals at a time, fried and fatty foods, and dairy products. Treatment options. Apart from the conventional medicine, you can choose one of the following to secretly cure your symptoms. Number 1, do not take alcohol in any form. Number 2, avoid high fat diet. Number 3, try to eat a diet that is rich in health promoting antioxidants like CoQ10. Number 4, try peppermint oil to help your gas and bloating. Peppermint oil has been used as an herbal remedy for centuries. Now, as per the American College of Gastroenterology, this herb smooths the gut. A recent meta-analysis published in January 2019 in BMC Complementary Medicine and Therapies looked from 3 different continents and found that regularly taking a peppermint oil capsule helps to reduce IBS symptoms, including abdominal pain, diarrhea, bloating, and constipation. But excess peppermint oil could make the heartburn worse, so please be careful how much you are taking. Number 4, aloe vera. Often sold as a juice, aloe vera is thought to treat symptoms of diarrhea and constipation. The anti-inflammatory properties of aloe vera are thought to reduce inflammation in the gut. Number 5, ginger. A plant that may reduce gas and bloating. The active ingredient gingerol has antibacterial, anti-emetic and sedative properties that may reduce your pain and restore the gut function. Next is reduce your stress. Stress and anxiety can make the IBS symptom worse. A study published in September 2020 in the Journal of Neurogastroenterology and Motility found that after an 8-week mindfulness-based stress reduction practice, more than 70% of the participants in the study reported improved IBS symptoms. So please try to meditate to reduce your stress. Next, exercise and lifestyle. Get regular at least 30 minutes of exercise each day and take enough sleep. Reduce your weight if you are overweight for a prolonged period of time, and do something fun as often as you can. Listen to music, read, shop or take a walk, whatever you want to do. Main thing, you have to reduce your stress, you have to be in a happy life. But if you feel that you have a constant pain in your liver region along with some above mentioned symptoms of IBS constipation or IBS diarrhea, please consult or talk to your doctor about all of your treatment options for you. That's all for today. If you find this video helpful, like the video, subscribe to my channel to get the latest medical, most updated knowledge and treatment options. Take care.